Hello, everyone, and happy time zones. It's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome to my first ever Code Vein solo challenge. Or, well, solo run, where I'm not allowed to use companions. I preemptively made this character. She's very clearly spider-inspired. So let's give her a voice and a name. Or, well, them a voice and a name.
Way to go. That's all? Hi. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I'll try to keep up. Hello. Good to see you. Oh, it's nice to see you again.
Please be kind.
Let us be off then.
Nice to see you.
Oh, we meet again.
Hello. Shall we get moving? Hello. Were we destined to meet? I'm bored. Come on, let's play.
You know what? That's kind of creepy and I like it. We're gonna go with the type 10 voice there. Alright. Kind of a silly name there, but Achnare works. Don't know if I spelled that right, but we'll go with Arachne for the code name. And confirm.
Yeah, that's what you look like. Now, we can finally meet.
And we leave.
Ordinarily, that's your blood is the only teacher you have.
The goal of this is to beat the game. The DLCs would be a nice bonus, but not necessarily, well, necessary. However, I feel like I'm gonna want Frozen Empress regardless. I feel like I'm gonna want her blood code regardless because of, one little detail. Unless it's absolutely mandatory and I can't skip it, I cannot do the player's memories with this challenge.
It's dry, isn't it?
And because I can't do the player's memories,
I am here with you.
I cannot properly, well, because I can't do the player's memories, I can't use the player's blood code. I can't use Queenslayer.
All right. A spring will slake our thirst.
On your feet. We're about to go hunt for blood beads. Hurry up and get ready.
You're awake then? Whoa. Keep it down. Your friend just fell asleep.
Keep it down, you say? I picked a mask that, wouldn't that was a little more practical. Oh. Why is it loading here? I'm probably going to do a Spellblade type build. Really? You can start off with White Mia? I did not know that. At least until I get something I can actually use. Okay, then. That helps none. Oh dear. Combat in this game is balanced around having a partner, so this is definitely going to be more difficult for me. I don't like the hammers. With a proper sword, I would have been able to just completely annihilate that. Is the axe at least lighter? Yeah, that works. I will take that, actually. Gonna have to get very used to parrying. A lot of areas I'm probably just going to sprint through, honestly. I don't have a lot of faith in my ability to do Lost Invasions solo. Like, bosses are one thing, and even then Blade Bearer and Cannoneer is going to be fun. Okay, that was neat. Haha, I got you. Come on, get over here. Ow. Probably going to have a bayonet on hand at all times for a ranged option. Eventually I'd like a Queenslayer one, but that might be pretty far. That's actually, no, I can't get a Queenslayer bayonet. Shit. Gonna have to hope Rubelite's fine. I also have absolutely no faith in my ability to even get to the Lord of Thunder. should go back around. There, just so that my bow's not clipping through. Acquire. I actually don't have to acquire. That said, oh, whoops. Really, I can use that. Okay, it's because it's a skill and not a gift. But I need to have a heavier weapon on hand to do it. Fair enough. Cool, but I don't think that's going to be helpful. I might actually... Okay, because that puts me at light. Which, with Ranger, what am I at here? Slow for... Okay, that explains the dodge. Just die! Even if I mostly give myself defensive buffs, having a bayonet for a main weapon will allow me to do some damage from a distance. Ow. The AoE on that might also be nice. And I should go through one more time with Caster. Because why not? Oh man, the depths maps are gonna be fun. most likely did not think this through. Oh well. I just need... to make sure that, da, 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 da. I have... oh dear. Why did I do that? Okay, bloodshot and drain rating. I might wind up farming for a sunset bayonet. The scaling on those is atrocious. But it's lightweight and will allow for me to actually hit things from quite the distance. Hi. Okay. I think Ranger is a good middle ground between Fighter and, yeah. Ranger's the middle ground. I don't really have much of a vision for this, but I'm probably going to be sticking with Prometheus for a good portion of the game, just because Prometheus is a damn good blood code. It might get replaced with Heimdall later, but we'll see. Actually, it might get replaced with Isis later, because Isis is the single most balanced blood code in the game. Everything is a B or a C. Which means we don't have any of those pesky Ds roaming around. But it also means that we don't have any A's. Unless we make them, of course. Get over here. How did you hit me that first time? There we go. Oh dear. Why do I forget you're here every single time? Like, that one lost, I just always forget about. Hi. Ooh, old world materials. Could be handy. You're gonna get me. Oh! That works. Use that. And off we continue. Come on, over. Oh, you are gonna be a problem. Let's just sneak around here. I will gladly sneak around there. You... I want to lure you away from there because there's a few... these absolute clowns. I'm gonna have to... Probably gonna wind up using the bloodstained stake when I hit Oliver. Because otherwise, I'm in a huge bind here. Well, otherwise I immediately failed the challenge, essentially, because... Louis. Hello, you. And goodbye. I'm going to be resting, so I didn't need the drain, but okay. Feel like that was wasted. None of these first three are actually good blood veils. I'll stick with hounds for now. Alright. I'm going to pretend Louis doesn't exist for now. And it's time for me to try and clear out this place methodically. Emphasis on try. That works. That is probably the single silliest way I've ever killed that thing. But that works. Nobody else is over here. Alright, cool. There's almost a guarantee that I'm going to be running through a lot of the late game areas. Just outright sprinting through them. I believe I've actually tried to skip the blood spring before and the game just won't let me. I think the blood spring might legitimately be the trigger for Oliver. There we go, Queenslayer Blade. Okay. I'm just gonna run through and collect things. I'm not gonna bother stopping since I'm gonna be ditching my haze anyway. Down and out. Nice bloody try. You can very clearly tell that I don't care right now. Off we go. Underground ruins, or city underground. 100%. Alright, now Louis.
Here we go.
Much as I love you, you kind of defeat the purpose of this run. There will be no Louis slander, as Louis is amazing. But he does defeat the purpose of the run. I might actually be able to, sort of cheat the player's memories. Actually. Callous as it is, I just have to let Jack die. A lot. See if I can't push him into the abyss or something. I will gladly take the extra, Iker. I'm going to be using swords a lot, because Louis's blood code is very easy to get access to, very easy to max out, and it'll buff the damage of my sword, which is needed. Oh dear. Ouch, 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 ouch. Cool. Nice heal window. Ow. That was a very nice try. I messed up there. I so messed up there. Wee. Alright, so this... oh dear. Really just makes it go a little slower. Other than that, it's perfectly doable.
Someone has to be sacrificed. Wait, what are you...
Time to give poor Louis a heart attack. Oh, Punkosi, hello! Thank you for the lurk. So, technically speaking, I get Yakumo here, but, well, access to Yakumo, but that's not gonna do me any good.
What the hell was that?
I was clicking skip, and it wasn't skipping. That's what the hell that was. I've heard that they're making a Code Vein 2, and we're supposed to be getting it next year. Considering that Code Vein 1 was what really got me into the Souls genre, I'll probably be checking that out. We shall see.
For now, just take it easy. Make yourself at home. Looking a bit tired, friend.
Talk to EO. Whoops.
It seems like if you...
I wind up, it's possible to get copyrighted by just with the jukebox. So I'm just gonna have the title music playing. We go downstairs. I can pick up the Estrella blood code, which will help. It's mostly supportive, which for this run is absolutely not needed. But aside from that, what offensive gifts it does have are actually pretty good.
The ability to draw strength from experiencing... Sorry, it won't be... It'll take a while to get the results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait.
Whee! There is absolutely no reason for this aside from photo mode. But my character just looks so done with everything. Shit, I'm already level 8. That is the wrong direction. Sorry, Louis, but I need to skip your dialogue again.
Done what I read. You were able... If my theory is correct, well, here goes.
Alright, Prometheus is going to be my main blood code for a long time. Because it is just good at everything. Or, well, maybe not everything, but enough things that it may as well be everything. Alright, lightning spike I need, because I don't have access to much in the way of lightning damage until later in the game. Don't have enough haze for that, unfortunately. Blade Dance actually could be useful if I stay aggressive. Don't have to worry about mastery on that one. And that is actually a really nasty one if I can get it to work. I'm not even sure what inhibit will work on. I need strength B for that. Okay, so what do we have here? Sonic Arrow isn't going to be helpful at all after a certain point. Blade Dance, Adrenaline, and Blow of Madness. Those will be good enough for now. I'm probably going to be using all of the consumables this run. Except for chemical lights. Chemical lights are useless.
Nice to... I'm ready. I've got... Anyway. I should come...
You're in...
Right.
Did you go visit weapons? And you should... Once you've got...
Oh, good. What do you want to upgrade?
Actually no. I will do Queenslayer Blade for now.
Okay.
I think I might wind up grinding some of the depths at some point or another. Really? Okay. I need to sell my chemical lights so I can go up one measly level.
Got something to sell? Okay.
Literally one level. Okay, mind and willpower are actually equal, so lightning spike isn't going to be as bad as I thought.
I've got... Even though...
Whoops.
If you want it, I got it.
Oh, 1,000. Do you have anything that I can actually buy? Chemical light, of course. Of course.
Come again.
Of course, the thing I sold is the thing I can buy. I'll just keep my haze. The partners menu is completely useless to me. Since I need... Well, I can't use it. I outright cannot use the partner menu here. Since that would defeat the purpose of the run. It wouldn't be a solo run. What? Louis! How? He's too powerful. Kick that down. And spam click through your dialogue.
Greeting. I'd like you to dig up. Greeting.
All right.
If you have any materials from the old world, I can give you valuables in exchange.
You actually don't have anything for me.
Don't
Okay.
hesitate.
I think I actually want Louis' sword. If I'm remembering correctly, the companion weapons are technically speaking the best in the game. And Louis' sword is going to be a huge help if that's the case. I could be incorrect. But if I'm not, I need to save up 50 books, or 50 points. Which I think is 25 book, or no, I think that's 10 books. Roughly. Yeah, that sounds about right. Communal gifts. Communal gifts is actually an interesting idea in its own right. Can I beat the entire game with communal gifts constantly active? Obviously, I'd either have to start a New Game Plus or just exclude the tutorial. But that could be an interesting one. Okay, hey, oh dear. I outright want... Okay, so the Yellowed Book and the Faded Comics, that's 10 for Louis. That's 13. Hi. Hey. Ooh, old world materials needed. That was so needed. Shifting hollow is without a doubt the thing that's getting replaced. Get over here. Come on, little lost. I'm not walking straight into that ambush. Gracias. That was poorly timed. I definitely timed that wrong. Munchy munchy? Munchy munchy. Aw, not enough munchy. Okay, yeah. I already knew Louis' blood code was a pretty nasty one, but... Oh dear. That guy usually takes more hits. Sunset Sword? Not bad. That's honestly better for blood codes with abysmal scaling. Oh, mic going off.
I must be letting my image slip.
One moment, an important delivery just showed up, as I'm gonna put you in ads for a bit. Apologies for the inconvenience there. Wait, what? I did not collect that. Okay. The important delivery was a mattress. That took longer to unpack than I thought. Well, it took a little while to unpack. I suppose it wasn't quite longer than anticipated. Actually, it was definitely longer than I anticipated, but... suppose that's my ignorance on the topic talking. But, yay, I have a new mattress now. Anywho. I rolled too soon. Like, way too soon. Goodbye. That should be enough for like a level or something. Cool, that's enough for 2 levels. Wait, what? Again, with the people trying to sell viewbots. Hi. You two. Were less of a problem than I thought you were going to be. Alright, so far the solo hasn't really been that much of an issue. That's not to say it won't prove to be one later. I'm definitely going to anticipate potential uh-ohs. Nice bloody try. What's it called? Phantom Assault? Yeah, Phantom Assault. That gift is so great. I'll be taking more of your ichor, good sir. Ah! I was trying to parry that. Sunset Sword. I'm getting a lot of those. Well, 2. But 2 is a lot when you normally don't get any. I should be careful. Because picking up the blood code actually doesn't do anything. But going near that chest will trigger the Lost Invasion, and I don't want to trigger the Lost Invasion. With that train of Lost still wandering around. You left yourself wide open to the munching. That feels like something Fan would say. What? You left yourself wide open to the munching. That sounds like something Fan would say. It does, actually. Fitting that I'm using a Hound's type Blood Veil. I don't see the train. I'm tempted to just go, but at the same time, I don't want to go so fast that I wind up, I don't want to be stuck in a constant loop of trying to catch the train. There's only 2 lost on the train, but still. Actually, I can sort of eat up some time by going this way. Not far enough down that I cross over into a different area. But just to grab this missile right here. Why am I behind it? Whatever. Oopsie daisy. You back yet? They're back. Let's go. Why are you two so damn slow? Ah, you saw me. Oh well. I used the... Yes, I did. Okay. Ooh, Sunset Halberd. Okay. There we are. Where's the next group? You. Ow. Okay, that was a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be. Another sunset sword. Why am I rich? Like, actually, why? I'm waiting for the ball to drop difficulty-wise. Truth be told, though I suppose if I'm careful, it doesn't really matter. Aw, you had nothing for me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mastered everything. Oh. That could have gone poorly. What? Why did you not turn around? Aknarai what? Why? That connects there. I have to decide a couple of things. Why did I do that? Like, actually, why did I do that? You know what? Yeah, we'll go this way first. Because that gauntlet up ahead is pretty brutal, even with a partner. Well, not quite gauntlet, but those lost over there can prove a problem even normally. So by myself, I'm going to want the loop around first. Come on. Interrupt that. Really? Uh-oh. You just stand there. That works. That 100% works. I'll be taking your blood as well. Is there anything else around here that I need to be worried about potentially springing to life? Does not appear to be the case. Hi! I knew you were there. Again with the sunset swords! But there's another one over, or another vestige over there that I want, but I can't afford to attempt grabbing just yet. Open the door. And then it's time I go back down. With the door open, I can come right back here immediately and not have to worry about the plaza and the patrolling lost, which is helpful. I don't think I want to use... There we go. I interrupt that once and it doesn't... Interrupt that once and he doesn't try it again. Come on. There we are. I don't have to come back there until it's time for that one guy's quest. Because that one guy completely loses his, well, he loses his weapon. So I have to get it for him. Don't know why I can't just hand him one of my arsenal. But that's a matter for another time, I suppose. $5,000. I think it's $10K for sword mastery. I'm just gonna hit up the oh, sorry, 36K. That's a lot, actually. But if I can save it up, it's worth it. Hi. Get over here. If I'm careful, I can sneak around you, I believe. Yep. Alright. Or not. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that one. There's quite literally nothing I can do about that. Oh, delivering me yourself on a silver platter, are we? More munchies. Okay, what did you drop? Of course it wasn't a sunset bayonet. That would be way too convenient.
Sorry, Marie. I'm afraid it's so funny.
That would be far too convenient for you to actually do. Nice bloody try, ma'am. Please don't send me off the edge. I'm just gonna keep trying to loop the backstabs here. Well, spam also works. Come on, over here. I do not want to be around. Alright, so apparently you cannot parry shield blows. That, however, is not a shield blow. And you, I can probably just take out really quickly if I'm careful about how I do it. So let's back off a little.
The coaster attached to the cup.
Fair. Oh, and I have to come back through because I got greedy. Brilliant.
You died and got launched off the cliff.
Yeah, insult to bloody injury. Alright. But the reason for that death was 100% greed. I think that's actually my first legitimate death. Can I launch you off a cliff? Uh-oh. Let's go back down here. Where are you? You're gonna follow me down the cliff. Or we're not going to fight at all. That was bad. I miscalculated my, Iker. I'm not even sure I care if I die as long as I get my haze back. Although if I can launch you off this cliff, that would be great. There we go. Come on. Get over this way. Ow. There we go. I'm not liking this, actually. I have to use 15 haze, or 20 haze, just to buff up. I mean, it's better. It's more haze than I had. Or not haze, Iker. Not good, not good, not good. Can't believe I'm using this here. But, oh well. Is the Nightclaw... Well, I mean, it's obviously better defensively. I can go up to quick on that. Still normal. But better than I was. Much better than I was. I'm gonna run over here and get the missile before I try to tackle the guy up there. Because the guy up here isn't tough, but I'm also at 300 health. Looks like I needn't have worried, but better safe than sorry. Alright, rest, go around, collect what I can, and then it's off to the depths with me. If I'm going to be doing a skip-a-thon anyway, I'd rather just do the one skip-a-thon as opposed to a bunch of tiny ones. That way, when I'm doing the editing, I can quite literally just cut out the entire chunk that I skipped. This game is very cutscene heavy. Die. Okay, the black and white eyes turning red is actually pretty intense. Anyway. You are the last. Obstacle between me and something I want. Butterfly of Delirium. I'm going to want flame weapon. I'm at the very least going to want flame weapon, if not sword mastery. And flame weapon. So back to base I go. Teleport home base. Time for a skipathon. I should probably talk to Coco first, actually. I don't want to forget how much stuff I have for Louis, so I'm not gonna bother with that. I could technically save the noodles for Eva. If I do that... 10... 15, 20, 25... That's about halfway to Enduring Crimson.
So, did I consider this an investment?
Because I need... 50. Louis honestly has... Louis has the most stuff you trade... or to trade with in the game.
What is it?
And time to start the skipathon. This game is fun. It is really fun.
What is it?
My only real complaint is how many cutscenes there are, and even then, for a first playthrough, or if you want to go back through and enjoy the lore, that's great. It's only really a complaint when I have a challenge run to do. Yes, that's why I was calling this a skipathon. The cutscenes are, in fact, skippable.
Yes, if you... This is all we've got for available routes. It's unexplored territory from here on.
Have you played God Eater, Punkozy? Like, any of the God Eater games? You've not? Okay. Semi-spoiler, semi-not, then. This game is connected to the God Eater universe. Oh, come on, that's just cold! I forgot about that! Mercury, I've only played God Eater 3, but I did like that game. I'm gonna want that for later. Actually, hang on. Flame Spike will be helpful. Ah. Just pick a direction and run in it. Ah! Not into the wall. Honestly, knowing that this is in the God Eater universe would help you understand the lore a little more, but at the same time, it's not necessary. I actually didn't even find out that this game was connected to God Eater until after my first couple of playthroughs. However, learning that it is connected opened up a lot of questions that actually made the characters in this seem a lot scarier. none of the main cast is really bad. Nobody in the main cast is a bad person, per se. Well, actually, I have two real complaints. A lot of the female characters wind up a little sidelined, or they have plot points that make no sense. And there's the cutscene thing. But the cutscene thing is only an issue with challenge runs. Well, okay, to be fair, in the case of my character, I designed her this way. Or designed them this way. But yeah, there is a lot of... particularly with EO. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get much in the way of story spoilers from this challenge run, because I'm going to be skipping all of the cutscenes because it's a challenge run. However, you are going to get spoiled a bit on bosses and quest rewards. Honestly, the connection to God Eater is a very interesting one, because it implies... Holy shit. Holy fucking shit! Thank you, Punkosi. You're my first subscriber. Like, ever. Holy shit, thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, you're my first subscriber. Thank you! I really hope you continue to enjoy the stream then. But, as I was saying, the entirety of the God Eater franchise revolves around creatures called origami. The specifics aren't really important right now, but the timelines and the way that the mechanics in this game work imply that the Revenants, which is what our character and the main cast is, are themselves origami. And that is genuinely kind of terrifying, because the origami quite literally caused the apocalypse. The whole reason for God Eaters in mainline God Eater is to eliminate. Not origami, origami. Oh, I'm totally going to use that joke, though. I'm stealing that. I am so stealing that. But, oh dear. Currently, the Revenants aren't as powerful as the outside origami because, oh dear, we've been in isolation for a while. However, it's established in God Eater lore that origami that look human have a lot more potential and a lot more raw power. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I'm still going to finish saying my thought, though. And because Revenants actually started out as human... Oh dear. That raises a question of what actually is the strongest form of a Revenant compared to the strongest form of an Origami. I don't mind repeating myself later, I just wanted to get my thought finished. I hope your dinner is good, Punkosi. There we go. Alrighty. Collect this. And then it is time to face the boss of this depths map. And then I go into the second depths map later. Well, after the fact. Actually, hang on a second. Alright, so that's 1,300. 1,900 total. 3,900. Is it 3,600 or 36,000 for blade or for sword mastery? That is the wrong direction. I'll check that after the boss, because I don't want to lose the Iker I have currently. I think it's 36,000. I've only got 10,000 right now. Why do I have 10,000? Why do I have 10,000 haze? Nice try. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. That was almost bad. Ow. That was an ouchie. But I won anyway. Okay, first of all, Hunter. Fuck! I've only got the 2. I need more. Anyway. 36,000. That's going to be a lot of saving up if I want to get that anytime soon. Do I want to save or do I want to use my haze? Because that is also a lot of levels. And also a lot of pain should I lose that. Or, hang on.
Got something to sell?
400. Okay, that can go. I'm not going to be using greatswords. I'm probably not going to be using halberd. I think I'm just going to stick with swords. Definitely not going to use the Queenslayer Claw. The scaling might be better slightly for what I'm going for, but it's also heavy. This one's an interesting one. Because that's fine sometimes, but not others, because it requires a C in strength and a C in willpower. Nightclaw is actually more universal, but this gives me better dark gifts. I'll hold on to it. Okay, I'm never going to use the daggers. Never going to use chemical lights. You know what? That's actually doable for getting to the 3,600. Or 36,000.
I'm just as if you... We will seize but then if you will take... This is all we've got for available routes.
Right. I still don't know what triggers you giving me your blood code. Not exactly. I can get it roughly, but I think it might actually be the EO. I suppose that's a good enough placeholder for now. Let's go this direction first. I see. I believe this is one with the Lost Invasion. Yep. Hi. I'll be taking that Iker. Yours too. What was that? Uh-oh. At the very least, that got me out of that situation. And you are the last. Can I backstab you? Thank you. Something to keep in mind, Punkosi, is that this game's combat is actually balanced around having an AI partner. Which is why I have this tagged as a challenge run for me going solo. Oh dear. There's a couple different characters you can choose from. The first guy they give you, I'm just not going to say anything on that matter actually. But one of the early ones you get is Louis, which I'm using Louis's blood code, which is class right now. Another early one you get is Yakumo. And if you have the season pass, oh dear, you get a skin, well, kind of reskin, but she's actually her own, like, entirely new companion of one of the ones you get later. And there's 3 more that you unlock down the line. None of that matters for this run specifically, but I have actually done a run of this game where I was only allowed to use companions. And granted, I swapped companions a lot, but the right companion can quite literally carry you through any situation. Alright, let's get this done. Ow. Let me just do that. Yes, actually, this character literally just started out. As you can see, they're level 11. You can at any point, aside from one specific area, decide to just go through anywhere solo. Or the area you're on solo. That one specific area might be possible solo, but I'd have to play around with killing the companion they force you to have in order to test that. Because you're not allowed to actually take him off as a companion. Which kind of sucks, but whatever. On my Twitch page, though, I should probably start doing what Tintin Carty does, and, like, I stream Monday through Friday. On Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:30 Eastern Time to 12:30 Eastern Time. The 9:30 is in the AM, the 12:30 is the PM. On Tuesdays, I start my stream at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and go until 1. And on Wednesdays, I start my stream, or at least try to start my stream, at 10:30 Eastern Time, AM, of course, and go until 1:30. I'd honestly like to do... Well, depending on the stream, I will... Or what I'm doing, I will go over sometimes. Well, pretty frequently I wind up going like 20 to 30 minutes over. My longest stream so far was actually when I was doing Baldur's Gate 3. I wound up going an entire 4 hours over. Fair enough. I hope your dinner... Seriously, I hope your dinner goes well. If you might ask if you don't mind my asking upon your return, what exactly is for dinner? That is not the correct direction. Mic going off for a bit. Okay, what is this looking like? All right. That's very close. To what I'm looking at. I think the Lost Bandit is actually better than the regular bayonet. So I can sell that. Let's get a little higher. Nice try. Okay. I'm definitely going to want... Nice try. Oh man, Gilded Hunter is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. I really did not think this through, did I? Gilded Hunter is the boss that, on my first playthrough, killed me the most. More than Bladebearer and Cannoneer, more than Mito. Ow. I think he's fair. Fair enough, fair enough. But, Gilded Hunter has been responsible for more of my deaths in this game than quite literally every other boss combined, I think. It's that rough. And that was with a partner. Successor of the Ribcage is also going to be a problem. She actually... Normally I don't really have much of a problem with her, but recently I've developed a respect for the Ribcage. Thank you. It helps that this is the easiest boss in the game, or one of them. Wow, you do not take much in the way of fire damage, huh? I can go check to see what it is I can sell now. Because I need 6,000 more, only 6,000 more haze to get Sword Mastery. Sword Mastery is going to carry me through so much of this game, it's not even funny. Because I intend to use a one-handed sword through most of this. Because it's the weapon I'm most... Well, it and bayonets are the weapons I'm most familiar with. And bayonets are... You can't actually upgrade or get a skill that increases the amount of damage your bayonets do until way later. The best blood code for bayonets is also one that only really comes into play later. And I'm not even sure I'll be able to get that one. Actually, I'm not going to remember to use the cartridges. I know for a fact I'm not going to remember to use the cartridges. Vivifiers I might use.
Okay, take care then.
3,296. Or sorry. 32,976. Why do I keep missing a placement? Fuck, I forgot what those are called. A digit. Why do I keep skipping a digit?
That.
Sometimes my brain just doesn't want to English, okay?
There are root that won't do. We will see, but then if you find, we'll take your. Hey, your life.
Really, you don't give me. Alright then.
The way. Just tell me where we're going.
Seriously, what triggers it for you?
It's unexplored territory from here on.
I mean, you can't really blame me there. My first language was gibberish. Everyone's first language was gibberish. All right. Just need you to die a few more times, because I'm not going to really have much in the way of reliable fire damage for the next boss, who is weak to fire damage. So I want to buff my damage as best I can through raw force. Did I even get hit there? Huh. Poor Oliver. He legitimately can't even understand why he's being farmed like this. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Okay. Ouchies. Okay, 2 or 3 more fights with Oliver, and I should be able to unlock Sword Mastery. And then as long as I don't swap off of Sword Mastery... Ouch. Bravo, bravo, you win the puns. You win the pun contest. I suppose it's something to be expected considering your username is literally pun cozy. Fair enough. Aw, he got a phase transition. I almost managed to one-phase him. Well, not almost. But it would have been cool if I'd managed it. Okay, that's embarrassing. That is remarkably embarrassing. Good thing my haze is close to the door. Oh, that is so embarrassing. You get caught by that second one. Ow. What? Why am I doing so bad now? Like, actually, why am I doing so bad now? One more fight, and as long as I don't die and find myself unable to get my haze back, I'll have sword mastery, but why am I doing so bad? Yeah, fair. Alright. Oh dear. I actually really like the way this game did. Oh dear. Skills. And levels in general. Because you increase your base level, not individual stats upon level up. What stats you increase and how much each stat increases actually depends on what blood code you have equipped. And you can change this at any point without sacrificing a level. That allows for some very flexible building, and it's why they have the proficiency and mastery things on most of these gifts. Blade Dance is an exclusive gift, so it can't be mastered. But the rest of these... Well, Reckless Abandon is only available if I have Louis in the party. Or, well, Louis is my companion. Not in the party. But that essentially means that you can mix and match almost everything as long as the blood code, you have equipped, has the stats required to use the gifts you want to use. Obviously, some things are just outright better than others, but that allows for so much flexibility, it's not even funny.
Greetings. Hey. If you have any materials from the old world, I can give you valuables.
All right.
Don't.
So these are going to be for Louis, because 5 times 7, 8. I need 2 more books. I need 2 more books for Louis. This game also has a gifting system. All of the NPCs at your home base have items they like. You give them items they like, and you get trading points. You acquire enough trading points, and you can... It's essentially a secondary currency. One of the things you can get from the characters that... Oh, hi. Hi, you. I should go do your quest. One of the things that you can acquire from the NPCs that you can... Or from your partners... is their weapon. And Louis's weapon, if I'm remembering correctly, is just outright the best one-handed sword in the game.
Finally.
You little shit. Die. Hey, it's dead. And now I can progress with the main story. I should put venom removal on. Now I can progress a bit. Is this enough to level? I don't think so. But is it? No. But if I kill 1 or 2 more things, it will be. I could be like level 30 right now with how much I just spent on sword mastery, but whatever. Oh my gosh. Once more. The people in the back. Let's not fall off the ledge. Unnecessary, but cool. What? Another sunset sword? Why am I getting so many of these? Like, actually, why? Oh well. On we go. Chase me all you like. I don't have to worry about a companion getting caught by you, so I can just run. Okay, what is going on? Uh-oh. Nope. Ow. Let's just do that. The music does get a little repetitive, but yeah, it's good music. Oh, crap. So glad I invested in venom removal. And... oh, again with that? Ow. I didn't have a choice there. I was gonna get hit by something no matter what. Would you stop spamming that? She would not stop spamming the venom ball. Like, what the fuck? She's actually weak to fire, which is why I was hoping to have flame weapon. But, apparently she's actually the one that blocks flame weapon, which is mean. That is actually just so mean. Ow. Uh-oh. There is a reason. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Punkosi. Oh, come on. Again with this. There we go. Oh, not this again. I'm dead anyway, may as well just spam. Yeah. Perhaps I should have invested in a few more levels. Or, hang on. Mercury. Venom resistance might be helpful. I know for a fact Flame Spike would be helpful, but... I'll give this a few more goes. And then I'll see about changing up my build a little. I can't swap off of Prometheus or I lose a vital damage boost. But... oh dear. There is actually something I can do if this winds up. Uh-oh. You're dead. Okay. If it came down to it, I could have jumped down that pit from earlier. Because down at the bottom of that pit from earlier is more blood codes. which I could have used. Ah. I still need more... Of course I do. Oh well. Another cutscene here, so we skip. And then I have a skip-a-thon coming up, but that skip-a-thon will unlock the last part of Louis' blood code. I still only have 8 things to give to Louis. That's 40 points. I need 50 for his weapon. Actually, that gives him 3. And so does the T. The T is technically for Mia. But I might be able to make it work. It's not like I'm really going to be using Mia's bayonet anyway. The reason I want the weapon that I'm going to be using as soon as possible is so that I don't wind up using a bunch of resources upgrading something that I'm just going to be throwing away. It's very unlikely that I'll switch off of Louis' weapon once I get it, which makes getting it as early as possible something of a priority. But I just remembered there's something in here that Louis actually does like. I just have to get to it. Okay, how bad does your aim have to be to miss my head when you're aiming at my head at point blank? Get down here. I had the timing wrong for that. Whoops. Oh well. Collect this. Get over here. Just get over here. The trenches are kind of a problem, actually. I'm talking area-wise, not even boss-wise. The boss is probably going to take me a few attempts, because he has an annoying gimmick. But he's not even really hard on his own. The problem is, he's not on his own. At least, not unless you're very, very good about taking out summoning things. Here. A little past. Hi! Ow. Give me some iframes. The iframes did not help. Okay, then. Bright side, more haze. Provided I can actually get my haze back. There's a couple spots in the trenches that are actually a little... What? My guy? What was that? The trenches is where they really start introducing the concept of you have to fall down to go forward. Which will be used later. I'm just gonna watch that little red dot on the map. Or not. I'll be taking your blood. Where are you? I know there's two of you just clinging to the side here. Where'd you go? Or, well, where do you come from? Hi. You just sort of spawn in. Got it. Nice to know. Or, well, nice to learn. Alright, I want my haze. My haze is in a very inconvenient location. You actually can't follow me, so... I just got hit through a wall. Bright side, if I die here, I don't have to deal with you at all again. Or I can just do what I should have done from the get-go and kill you. That works too. You are essentially a sitting duck. Now quack. Down we go. That guy's life was brief. Upsy daisy. Can I take you out as well? That works. I should grab this.
You're expected to pull your own weight in this squad.
Slight issue. Mic going off. Okay, what is wrong with those two? I can go down and back around with little issue, but I didn't want to leave myself in a situation where I was going to be landing on their heads and dying because of it. If possible, I'd like to lure the one that I actually have to deal with either off a ledge or into a spot where he can easily be dispatched. Come on. I want blood. Thank you. All right. Now I don't have to come back down here again because I unlocked the map. The map isn't really as helpful as it pretends to be in this game. It's good for if you missed something because you can just check back real quick. But if you didn't miss something, or if you already know the layout of the area, it really doesn't help at all. Come on. I wasn't going to try and parry that. How did you hit me? I was behind you. Like, actually, how? Yeah, we're gonna drain. This is not an area where you run through willy-nilly unless you know you have nothing you want to obtain. Some of the later ones are actually easier to run through, but this place you have to be methodical or you will die. Because I have actually just dashed through the literal end game with nothing but a destination in mind and still gotten all the loot without dying. But that is a lot harder to do here because of how winding everything is and just how many things are packed on these small ledges. Plus, early game, haze and levels are a lot more valuable than late game. Nice try. Okay, I'm about a third of the way to full mastery with, well, sword mastery. Peekaboo. I see you. I'm gonna have to go around that way, but definitely want to avoid this drop here. Instead, we go over here. So that we don't fall to our deaths. Because that would be bad. That would mean I'd have to do all of this all over again. Yikes. Okay, you're guarding something that really does not need to be guarded. I think your whole purpose is to knock unsuspecting players into that hole there. But you do not need to be guarding something that is stronger than you. And yet here we are. With you guarding something that is stronger than you. Hi. What are you doing? Did they purposefully simplify your AI? Because you're a Cerberus operative. Or, well, you were. Before you lost yourself. Okay, I was expecting to die, but that works. I will almost always take not. Not tends to be pretty good. Although I am in a situation. You. You know what? Spin to lose, I'll take it. I believe there's something crawling up here. No. Okay. I'll take that. Uh-oh. Might have to come back around for my haze. Or try to sprint for the missile. One or the other. Because yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make that. It's positioned too imperfectly. You. Hi, I need to kill you quickly. Because you can pretty much one-shot me. Hi, where did you come from? I don't remember seeing you. Okay, I have almost a straight shot to where I want to go. I'll come back for that stuff over there. I need to... Fuck! Be more careful. I don't have to go through as much of the place as beforehand. I can sort of just run through. I should still be careful though, because I only have the 5 heals. You don't come down unless I provoke you. Hi. Okay. That works. Gladly take that. I'm probably also going to take out the little guys on the perches just for more Ichor. Because I'm going to need it. Old world materials, that is massive. Because that is something that I can trade, so I don't have to give Louis anyone else's materials. Hey, get down here. Or not. I suppose not works. I can come to you. Hi. Bye. You I can actually probably take out relatively easily. Okay. That helps a little. Unfortunately, this thing isn't quite foolish enough to do that a second time. Can I one-shot you? Yes. Alright then. Hi. Just need your blood. Get over here. I genuinely don't know how I lined that up, but I'll take it. That was a very dangerous situation I just found myself in. It would have been very easy for something to sneak up on me there. Why am I better at pairing swords in Dark Souls and spears in Code Vein? Where is the sense in that? Hi. Oh dear. Okay. Collect that. And this. This is now my respawn point, should I perish. Which is why I really needed to make my way over here. And then I collect that. Mine. I think I'm gonna hold off on actually going to the Town of Sacrifices for now, though. Because I know exactly what's at the end of that, and no. Not until I'm at least a few more levels above where I currently am. Chase me to the ladder so that I can plunge on you. Oh, really? You're not going to... Of course I look at me trying to be cheesy. Oh well. At the very least, I can do that. That was actually kind of funny. But I don't think I can afford to fight the two of you at the same time with a chasm right there. Unless you do something stupid like that. Then it's fair game. It's very rare that I have more spatial awareness than the NPCs. But when it happens, I am delighted. Alright, first of all. All the way up to level 25. Teleport back to the outer crossroads because I can acquire some stuff. And then... Okay, that was the cat. Oh, fudge, you're already at this point. Interesting. Hi. Oh, you are so unfortunate. I forgot that this is scaled for the first area and not my current area.
Sorry to cause to get this. Good. I think if you have any materials from the old world, I can give you back. Don't hesitate.
Okay. And now I should actually be able to get Louis's sword. Why am I actually going at a decent pace, is my question. Actually, Davis, can I get your blood code yet? Or is Hermes just lost to me for now? Heh.
I overheard you were fast.
Yes, I can get your blood code.
An honor for you to take part.
Thank you.
Curious to see how you handle it.
I don't think it's a particularly dangerous one, but it's still... I think it actually has something I want. Louis, where's Louis? Buy the books, of course.
Allow me to plus.
Okay.
Where did you get this? Can I really have it?
This is adorable. He loves
Suggested I read it,
books.
so I gave it a try. And it's pretty interesting. I didn't think I'd get to see how the story continues. Thanks. I really appreciate it. This looks great. I like to read all sorts of literary works. Do you like to read? If so, I can give you a few good recommendations. Oh, where are my manners? Thank you.
Immediately just starts talking about his interests.
More gift? More gift? More gift? More gift? More gift? More gift? More gifts? I appreciate it.
And then the pen.
Are you sure you're willing to part with it? Thank you. I'll take good care of it.
That only gives 3. I know for a fact he likes that the noodles will also give 3. I don't think he likes the cologne, but I can try to give that to him, see if it'll give me exactly 2.
I'm grateful to accept this.
It's exactly 2. Cool. Enduring Crimson.
Waste not, want not. You can head out whenever you're ready.
And I'll probably still be giving Louis stuff just because it's, really only 27... Hang on. I have to compare here. Weapon 1 is not that far behind Weapon 2.
Thanks. What do you want to upgrade?
Enduring Crimson.
Okay.
And now it's left Queenslayer in the dust.
Huh? What do you want to upgrade? Okay.
Oh, wait. I want to upgrade my blood veil.
Upgrade.
Haste. I'm out of haste. I suppose that makes sense. Oh, actually, wait. I should check to see if anyone moved. Because there's a couple different quests that become available at a certain point. And I can't remember if I've reached that point or not. I might not have. but there's a depths map at the end of, at the very, very end of this. And that depths map is handy, to say the least. Alright, one of the two quests was available, so I may as well go do it. By and large, Louis is going to be the person that you give the most gifts to, simply because he has the most stuff to trade with you. Ooh, you dropped something. Haha! And then I go back to the parking garage, and then I can head back into the trenches to, at the very least, even if I don't beat the boss, I should unlock the boss.
Now we gotta...
Okay, so there's no additional, like, descriptors. Couldn't remember. Off we go. Code Vein is a game that I know pretty well. Again, it's the one that actually got me into the Souls genre. I didn't quite understand how the genre worked before this. This game made it a lot more digestible for me. And having access to the companions definitely helped. I see you. I don't know how you managed to hit me when I was behind you. I have beaten this game in a variety of different ways. Uh-oh. I've done melee builds, I've done magic builds, I've done... I've actually done a bayonet build. And I don't just mean, oh, I used a bayonet. I mean, the bayonet was my primary source of damage. Wait, what? Why is my bitrate going bonkers? Oh dear. Okay, I'm not likely to be attacked right now, so let me check that. Guess we're just gonna keep going for a little bit. It looks a little delayed on my end, but not choppy. So I suppose we'll see. And up we go. Ow. Why are you like this game? I can acknowledge this game's flaws, but it's probably always going to have a special place in my heart just for the fact that it's the reason that I love Souls now. Well, I got hit on the recovery. I should have taken out the turret while I was up there. Or, not even while I was up there, on my first pass. First pass! I don't even know what I said there, but it wasn't pass. There we go. And you don't drop anything. Sad. That said, you. Let me remove your innards through your anus. And then slice you in half for good measure. Now we go through here. I am actually going to head back to base. And then I can try the boss. This boss is a little rough because it summons minions. It's definitely a problem. Even normally, I usually wind up spending some of my time wailing on the minions to prevent them from existing while my partner distracts the boss. Or tries to, because Code Vein's aggro is weird at the best of times. When I was doing my support run, I was... Okay, I require the Vestige Core.
Take care.
I just wanted to check that. Upgrade, Blood Veil.
You wanna upgrade?
And I can't do that anymore.
Upgrade.
Can't upgrade this anymore.
Okay.
Why is it all sixes? Every single one of the digits on my haze is a 6. Anyway, frozen seabed. Actually, I think the only boss that would normally be forgettable of the base game are actually... I'm trying to think of a forgettable boss. Sometimes you just don't think of one. But as far as bosses that are actually forgettable, I can't come up with one. Not for Code Vein. When I was doing my support only run... Oh dear. This guy proved to be a huge problem because, how did I even get hit? You are, no joke, actually easier by yourself, because your aggro doesn't swap. That's... good to know. I am actually going to use that. But if I can keep you in melee... Oh dear. Oh dear. Why? I don't know what that was, but I'm glad I avoided it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on. Okay! Was not expecting to first try the Despot, but I will take that. I will gladly take that. Despot can be a problem. Collect this. Darkseeker is honestly not bad if you're going for a mage code. I'm more just trying to go for something that can fit almost any situation, and honestly, for what I have at the moment, Louise is the best. Let's go back to base to acquire, or well, to skip the Darkseeker vestige cutscene. And then I'm probably going to call it, because that is kind of an absurd amount of progress I've made, actually. I'm going to be honest, I was expecting to still be stuck on a butterfly. I definitely was not expecting Despot to be easier solo than with a partner. That shocked me. Because with a partner... Despot's aggro just sort of ping-pongs all over the place. And because it ping-pongs all over the place, sometimes or well, if he latches onto you as his targets, you're going to be dealing with, well, he's easier in melee than at range because in melee he doesn't summon anything. That said, don't try to cast anything that requires, or well, don't try to cast anything long while he's bearing down on you. Anyway, I am going to call it there. If you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, I do have a YouTube channel. You can check that out if you're interested. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you're interested in seeing my announcements, I am going to be posting them to Instagram. And if you're interested in seeing my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Sometimes they don't want to post to TikTok, though, or not TikTok, to Instagram, though. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. Thanks again to Punkosi for the sub. That was a delightful surprise. Actually, let's shout you out right now while my brain is on the topic. Tomorrow, it's back to Hollow Knight Silksong. We'll be seeing where being Floaty Hornet gets us. And we'll continue from wherever we leave off tomorrow on Friday. Monday and Tuesday, it's back to Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning. I'll be finishing up the Warsworn and heading through Apatir, probably into Edessa. We'll see. I'll be continuing with this run on Wednesday. This is going to be a once-a-week run. I figured because Code Vein is a short game, that would be fine. Even so, this is probably going to wind up being a shorter run than I intended. Crazy to think about. And we'll be kicking it off with the Howling Pit. Or, well, some side quests and then the Howling Pit. If I hit 100 followers and manage to stay there for a week or more, I will be doing a challenge that I have to, at the very least, attempt. There will, of course, be restrictions, but more on that when we actually get there. That will have to be scheduled out, though, because that is that's an event, essentially. Speaking of events, the last week of October I will be doing something called Chalice Week, where I go through the Chalice dungeons, and anyone who wants to co-op with me for that can come and co-op with me for that. So that's everything upcoming, at least for now. I actually don't know what I'm going to be doing for my next Wednesday run, if this one winds up being incredibly short, though. I should probably start thinking about that, huh? One moment. Magnifico is playing King's Quest. I don't know what that is, but let's go see what that's about. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.